Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Harakah Kadash, double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone that rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work of centering truth. Just wanted to touch on how, in Babylon, the great, in America, as the Pasuk's coming in, you're basically gonna have, a blood moon, total lunar eclipse, which, these signs in heaven, they're, signify a showcase of, what Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Harakah Kadash is, putting in place and getting ready to do, man. Because on fizz.org, it says America's to witness rare blood moon lunar eclipse. It said stargazers in North and South America will be able to see a red-colored blood moon starting Thursday night in the first total lunar eclipse visible on the continent since 2022. So it's been a hot minute as well. It says the celestial event observable with the naked eye. And yeah, even that, it being observable with the naked eye, that's kind of a sign to see. And then with, the state of how everything is in the land, when you go to America, the big thing is DJ Trump. DJ Trump's coming, like a battering ram, like a big hammer, and just started smashing everything up. As far as how things are running before, it's been a complete course correction. And it's basically like skidded around the corner, and it's operating completely differently. It says what will have more than an hour of totality, and can additionally be seen in parts of Western Europe and Africa, as well as New Zealand. A lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth goes between the Moon and the Sun, casting a shadow on the Moon. A rare total lunar eclipse involves the Earth's umbra, the darkest part of the planet's shadow covering the Moon. According to NASA, this type of eclipse can be called a blood moon due to the reddish-orange color the Moon can become during totality. So yeah, it's they got the image actually. Turn red during a total lunar eclipse. They got images there. But then with that, total lunar eclipse, and with the time, really the time is taking place. Like I said, the Pesach coming in, and the feast of unleavened bread, and then you have the signs in heaven. It's a mark against Esau, against his kingdom, and a reminder these prophecies are passing swiftly. So I read this, Luke 21:25, and it says, and there shall be signs in heaven, there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity. Yeah, so there'll be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and then distress of nations with perplexity, which I believe there the word is aporeia, which is what the lack of resources. And what do you have? You've had Trump come in, you had the tariffs, and then with the tariffs, trade, a trade war has basically become. There's a back and forth between, the focus right now is on Canada, Mexico, and China. Those are like the main spots where trade between the US and those countries is tariffs are getting slapped on both directions. Well, from America outwards, and then retaliatory tariffs are coming out. And that's something where the economy is being impacted by it. And it'll be what? People's ability to, to buy things, and then food can become a huge aspect of that. And you've already had like China stockpiling a lot of resources, especially food, in advance of like a conflict. But you know, the US, Europe, various parts of the world, they're not in the same kind of state where they're kind of ready for that. And then as as these hardships hit, and that lack of resources gonna get people all kinds of jacked up. Because there's what with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Yeah, men's hearts failing for things, for fear. So like, because why? You know, people are being puffed with pride as everything seems like it's just gonna go on. The what is it? 2 Peter 3, where it's like, you know, since the fathers fell asleep, you know, there's been no sign of his coming. And then they're just like, well, you know, you guys are prophesying, you're speaking, but nothing's coming to pass. You know, meanwhile, as time's gone on, really it's ratcheted up from 2020. From when we got into the 2020s, it's been a shift to where that whole mindset doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel justified. You're saying that, but then okay, talk about, you know, what the New Jersey orbs or drones. You know, talk about you know, the LA fires. Talk about these events going down, the conflict in the Middle East. You know, the forever conflict, and then even what's going on with, you know, Ukraine, Europe, Russia, the conflict that's looking very. People can see like, oh, World War III is on the horizon, and then what, men's hearts failing them because why? They weren't even looking for them to come, and now they're taking place. And then shall see the Son of Man coming. Wait, no, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And yeah, those chariots, you know, those orbs as they refer to them. You have different signs, like you had around the was it the SpaceX shuttle getting taken out. You had what looks like could have been signs. So, you know, with these things, it's now hit such a fever pitch. People are aware like, oh, this shit's real. This shit's raw as fuck. And that's how Yahushua is looking to make his return, man. In that cloud, in that chariot, that supreme chariot where no one's going to be able to miss it. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And yeah, that's really why it's uplifting to see these things, because why it lets us know what our redemption draweth nigh. We're almost out of this place, man. This place is toast. It's cooked. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom, shalom.